So the debate rages on with the former royal known as Meghan Markle, as she now lost yet another lucrative, very lucrative in fact, not just, shall we say, opportunity, but money-wise too. Yet again, though, to another senior member of the British monarchy. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well today. And thank you so much for joining me in your busy schedules. I know I wanted to share this with you because I love to know if this is the same in your part of the world. Over here right now in the United Kingdom, across Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales, we all have to do, I think I could safely say this, aren't I? We have to do our own gas and meter readings. Have you got that in your part of the world? You remember years ago, someone would knock on your door, take a meter reading, look kind of official in a uniform, and then you got your bill. Now you've got to do it yourself, go out in all weathers, find your meter, read it, and then get your gas, your electric, then email them. But here's the laugh, and I'd love to know if this is the same with you. They then send you a message directly back saying, thank you for your meter reading. How did we do? Well, you did nothing. I did it all. I mean, it's ridiculous. The ridiculous things, aren't they? You're doing someone out of a job, and suddenly you're supposed to be patting these people doing nothing over at the other side of a screen. And then, how would you rate the service? 1 to 5 stars. You can imagine where that leaves me, can't you? Oh, yes. Back as ever to your breaking rolls story of the day. But do let me know, seriously, in the comments below. I'd love to know, is it the same in your neck of the woods? Now, this particular story, as we told you recently, it's award season over in, well, everywhere, really. We've just had the BAFTAs. That's snooze fest. I mean, actors coming on, congratulating each other, giving out gongs for films you've never seen or heard of. People, it's kind of like the night of a thousand facelifts when you look out in the audience, because you think, well, who's that? They used to look like that person, but not anymore. Now, of course, Oscars is a big event. It's not really as big as it used to be in the glittering golden days of the 30s, 40s and 50s. And then, of course, when it became a televisual event hosted by the likes of Bob Hope and other great luminaries like that, it was a huge event. Now they're scratching around to find who they could get to put an award forward, and introduce a segment. Now, it was interesting because a while back they were very keen, trust me, 100%, on having Harry and Meghan pop up. And then, of course, they became a little bit too controversial. So they figured, well, what about Meghan alone? After all, she would look nice in a new ball gown, get a lot of PR, a lot of attention. And let's face it, the only nearness that Meghan could have ever got to the Oscars is if someone would have handed her one to hold. Certainly not going to pick one up as a third-rater on the cable TV show Suits. Am I right? But now it appears that the Oscars have decided to pick on somebody they feel will just get as much publicity, but a tad cheaper. That's right, Fergie, the Duchess of York. Looks like Fergie's been offered quite a nice package to attend the Oscar ceremony and present an award for the Elvis movie. After all, she was very good friends with the late and beautiful Lisa Marie Presley. I think a rather fitting tribute. So, as we told you the other day, well, Meghan and the Duchess claim not to have known each other too well, yet Meghan claimed earlier on that it was in fact the Duchess that helped her to learn how to curtsy. Well, what friendship is there? Well, according to a very good source, even that now is very thin on the ground. And there will be no award given out, of course, for friendship never ending. But on a serious note, I think the Oscars have made the right choice. I think it's a rather fitting tribute to a brilliant film about an iconic US, well, global icon, Elvis Presley. What a performance that young man put forward. And what a nice fitting tribute, of course, to the late Lisa Marie Presley. And of course, our condolences continue to the Presley family and Priscilla Presley, who I know quite well myself, a lovely, lovely lady. As for Fergie and Meghan, well, this turned into Bet and Joan. As ever, it's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more.